to avoid feeling the cold so much, but I had to stop because there was a man back there with a giant dog, and I felt afraid for my life. And people don't like it when we are afraid of their dogs, but it's not like we don't like them. I can see how bold the animals are and still be afraid of them. Lions are beautiful, right? Would you go pet one? No. So I had to stop. It's a very narrow passage here for me to walk, so I couldn't exactly risk being that close to a dog, so I stopped for a little bit. When I stopped, I started to shiver, so thank you, dog owner. I don't like it when people do that, when they have a dog on a very long leash. They have the leash and lead for the dog, but it's so loose. The dog could run a marathon and come back and be only standing in the same place. That's so long. That's how long the leash and the lead is. It's not fantastic. So I'm going to the beach. It is cold. It is like 13 degrees right now. I am shivering and freezing. And people ask me often why do you complain when it's cold in a classroom and you don't want to open the door? But I see videos of you walking around in singlet. Let me explain. When I'm in the classroom for an hour and a half, not moving very fast, just standing there, I'm gonna be cold very fast. When I'm walking around, am I gonna be cold? Yes. But the more I move, the more tolerable the cold becomes. It's still uncomfortable and it's still not what I want, but it's all I have. So yes, keep the windows closed, especially in the winter. I'm a Norwegian student, and I've been teaching here for 25 years, so I am referring to students in general who speak English as their foreign language that they learned at school. And some of them speak 3 languages: Norwegian, English, and a foreign language, German or French or Spanish. But when they speak English, they will say things like, "It's bad air here. Det är dålig luft," they say. So they translate it literally. It's bad air. Det är dålig luft. But what they're trying to say is, it's stuffy in here. Stuffy. So stuffy. Even if it is stuffy, I would rather be in a stuffy room than...
Distance 1 kilometer. Duration 13 minutes 29 seconds. Pace 13 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
Would rather be in a stuffy room than in a cold room. No, don't sue me for that, but people can't understand that. The feeling of being cold is a lot less for me than actually regular pain. Is way up there with pain. I hate it. So to deal with it, what I'm doing now, I'm walking really fast, as fast as I possibly can, so that I can get to the beach before it starts raining, before it gets even colder. And I'm also trying my hardest to keep this pace. A fast pace helps me tolerate the cold. And even if my face is sweating, and let me make something very clear. Older ladies sweat, their faces will sweat, but not every old lady who sweats is menopausal. You've heard the word, but you don't know exactly what it means. You can be sweating in your face and not be menopausal yet. You're only in menopause once your period hasn't come for a year. I'm still menstruating, so I still have my period. So I have to wait until it's been a year since I've had my one for me to be menopausal. And I think it's important for me to say that because when people comment, this might reflect how when one person comments, there might have been 3 or 4 other people that had the same thought, just didn't write it down. So I think it's important to educate. Normally it's a diss when people say, "Oh, why are you why are you so moody? Are you on your period?" That's a diss to women. That's misogynistic. So what we should do is educate. It's misogynistic to say, "A woman, why are you so moody? Are you on your period?" It's also not factual because premenstrual things before you get your period, you're moody, you have the symptoms. Before. That prefix there, pre, means before. It is very important that people are kinder to one another. I usually, like, if I have something nice to say, I'll comment on someone's video. I'll tell a girl on TikTok that I like her dress, that I like her makeup. I like it, I don't need to comment, right? So men can be really cruel. A 70-year-old man has the nerve to say, "Oh, look, she's old, she's 50. Look at her, menopausal, she's 50, old." His ass is 7 years old and he looks about 90. So why is he commenting that? And I've seen also men be very, very mean to women, calling them fat in comments, calling them up. And then you go and look at their picture and they're not a looker. It's usually very unattractive men that comment stuff like that. So, and I've seen a lot of that going on. It's not one comment or two. This channel here, I've had it for 20 years. So I've had many people comment on my channel, and trust me, people who comment and call you ugly, they're usually ugly themselves. And men, when they call a woman old, they're usually older and they just feel like men are entitled, right? And if they call you fat, if they call you ugly, you check out their picture and it's laughable. So, but I get a lot of good comments too, and I have good conversations in the comments with people. Yesterday, a lady that commented on one of my review videos that I did. It was a review about it was a documentary on Prime Video. 3 mothers. That was a nice comment that I got. I have some regular commenters, like friends of mine and people that have been commenting for a very long time, who always have something nice to say. And that's lovely. And I have people that show up out of nowhere and maybe they have some pristine to share. And that's always lovely. So I pay a lot of attention to people who have good things to say. And when people are being mean, or they're making nasty jokes, or they're making clueless observations, I try not to pay too much attention to that, because it's a reflection of who they actually are. It's not really anything about me. So here I am at the beach. I have to go in the water like straight away. If I wait too long, then my body cools down, and then I'm so cold I go in, and it's unbearable. And there is a big difference doing this for a few minutes and then going. There is a big difference between that and having to be in a classroom for 6 hours during the day and temperatures under 20 degrees, when I'm cold and my nose is cold, my hands are cold, and I have no way of warming up, and being laughed at because I'm wearing a coat. So there's a big difference. I have, for the most part, accepted that people are going to be mean. So there's very little that we can do. People are going to be mean. There's very little that we can do to prevent that. So I have to go in the water straight away. It's now or never. Because if I don't go now, my body will cool down to the point where I won't be able to. It will be too cold for me to go in the water. So I'm going to go now. There's very little chance of this water being warm. Very little chance. So this is my stuff here. I'm just gonna